Hello, I'm Emma Simons with the White Rock BIA, and I'm back with Dr. Jen of the Counseling Group for another Mental Health Tip Monday. So take it away, Dr. Jen.
Thanks again, Emma. Very nice to be here again today. Today's mental health tip is mastering the art of mostly being in the present moment as often as you can. That term has also been coined mindfulness. The art of being in the present moment. I want to explain why this is so important. So if we are spending a lot of time in the past, so looking back, I wish I wouldn't have said that yesterday. Oh, I wonder what they thought of that thing. Or, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Well, you can imagine if we live there the majority time of our days, what's going to happen is we're going to sink into depression. And the reason why is because we're ruminating on something that's already happened and we can't change anymore. As likely not a good idea is focusing mostly on the future. And what happens if we're future oriented most of our awake time in the day, we're worrying, thinking about something that hasn't happened yet. And if we spend a lot of time being future oriented, as you can well imagine, then that would culminate in a higher amount of anxiety. So where we want to spend the most amount of time is in the present moment. Because if we're in the present, what happens is we are having peace. So if you think about it like driving a car, when you're driving a car, you have to look in the rearview mirror sometimes because you want to see what's going on around you and where you've been. You want to look way in the distance to make sure that you know where you're going. So it's not like you're always just in the present moment, but mostly you want to be looking right in front of you so you don't crash into anything, right? Same thing with our mental health. We want to be in the present moment as often as possible. And there's simple ways to practice that. Meditation is one, although mindfulness and meditation are not necessarily interchangeable. Meditation is a form of mindfulness, but mindfulness doesn't mean meditation. It means being present. So if I'm eating my food, I'm eating my food. And another tip about being present, especially these days, is actually to try and be news-free. Particularly if you suffer already from depression or anxiety. News, although it's helpful and we need some of it, if we get too much of it, it can do that depression, anxiety thing like heightened like crazy because there's so much going on, so much bombarding us, and so much we actually can't do much about it all. So, kind of maybe go news free, don't check so often. Somebody will tell you if something really bad's going to happen probably anyways. So try and be present in the present moment as often as possible.
Well, thank you so much for joining me again today. That was definitely a good tip for everyone, especially right now.
Yeah. Yes, thank you again very much for having me, Emma, and thank you again for the White Rock BIA and all the amazing work they're doing.
For more information on the services provided by Dr. Jen and the Counseling Group, head on over to these links.